Look around your world. Have you created everything that's there? Or are you just hanging on tight and hoping it all works out? We're going to talk about it on today's podcast. Hi, my name is Michael Johnson. I'm a ballroom dance professional, a life coach, and a peak performance expert. I'm part of a group of motivated people who are dedicated to attaining emotional mastery and unlocking our full potential. We've realized life is a dance. The ups and downs can spin you out of your mind, but it's time to take back control. It's time to become a lifer. We don't believe others are responsible for how we feel. In fact, we don't believe anyone can make us feel anything. We are a new breed of overachievers. Emotional mastery is our journey, and unlocking our full potential is the key. Welcome to the journey. We are lifers, and this is Magic for Life. What's up, lifers? Michael Johnson here with the Magic for Life podcast. I'm so glad you joined me today. And don't forget to hit the like button over there if you like the video. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that little cute bell right there, the one that shakes your brains up and lets you know that we put another podcast out or another video out. And we're so excited that you're here today. And I'm so thankful that you joined me because honestly, without all you lifers out there, it would be hard to keep going. But you know, we love the feedback. So make sure if you have a comment it down below, right? Even if you have a snarky one, I can take it. Go ahead. Throw them at me. Come on, bring it. Right? But anyway, make sure you comment below. If you like the video, don't forget to share it with somebody because you know what? That's what we're out here for. We're trying to change people's lives one person at a time. And I figure, hey, if each of us can do 10, hey, in about 5 to 7 years, we will have changed the entire planet. Even the little snarky, nasty ones that make nasty comments to people that are trying to change the world. So yeah, we'll get you too. Anyway, so I asked you, look around your world. Did you create your world? Well, you know what? I'm afraid to tell you the answer is yes. So if you looked around and you thought to yourself, this is what I have and this is all it is, then you created that. I'm sorry, it's a little tough love. So if you're watching in the morning, I'm sorry. Maybe it'll make your day better. But listen, you created it. What you have, look around. If there's a little phone over there, if there's a computer screen over here, if there's, what is in your world? You created that. You made that happen. You are responsible. Or as I say in our motto, our lifer motto, you are able, right? Pretty soon, I'll give you a little website or something. Pretty soon you can get a nice, pretty card of our motto. Okay, we'll send that out to you. We'll send it for free because, whatever. You just have to let us know. But anyway, if you want one of those, comment in the notes below, and we'll make sure we get one out to you right away. Okay. So listen, you're responsible. And if you're responsible, then you start to have to ask that next question, which is, well, okay, I don't like this in my life. Why would I have created that? And that is an interesting question. It's a rough one to answer, mostly because it takes a lot of responsibility and it takes a lot of onus. You have to be able to say to yourself, I did that. Why did I do that? And it's real simple, right? You can look to a lot of the gurus that have preceded us, and there's some really great stuff out there like Maslow's hierarchy of needs that talks about how we actually have to meet certain needs in our world before we can meet other needs. It's sort of a prioritization of your needs. And beyond that, you got people that innovated a little bit further, like the great Anthony Robbins, who talked about the 6 human needs. And of course, you can watch that on YouTube. It's like the most watched YouTube video in history or something. I don't know. Maybe it's TED Talk or something. Anyway, so you can learn about these 6 human needs, and you can learn about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and you can learn about these things. And the basic gist of it is, and this is why you're here, right? To get the basic gist of it. The basic gist is that you have to meet certain needs, and the mind doesn't care whether it's positive or negative or good or bad or whatever. The brain just goes, you need this because you decided you needed this. And therefore, I'm going to get it however I have to get it. And so sometimes we do stupid crap to ourselves. And you know that because if you're watching this video, I mean, heck, even if you're young, I know I have some young listeners out there. Even if you're young, you've had some experiences in your world, right? Think about it right now. You've had some moments where you can already look back. I don't even care if you're 8 years old. right? You could be 8 years old right now, and you can look back at a couple of your experiences that you've had and things that you've done, and you can say to yourself, why did I do that? I didn't want to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Actually, you did. It's just it didn't come and form as a thought like that. You mostly, from the inside out, your body, your internal subconscious program said, I need that. I have to have that. And because it said I had to have that, you went into a program that ran all of those other things. And so sometimes you find yourself freaking out, and in your own conscious mind, you're thinking to yourself, why am I freaking out? I didn't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Why is that happening? But it happens. And so as you do that, and as you put energy to it, as you put energy into that emotional state, you vibrate at a certain frequency, and the frequency is of that state. And the more you vibrate of that, the more you draw it to yourself. And so you get more of it. And so if you're bawling and crying your eyes out, I'm not saying it's not appropriate. I'm not saying you shouldn't or should do it either way. I'm saying if you're bawling and crying your eyes out and feeling a certain way with all of your energy and feeling, you're going to find more of it. It's going to come your way. It's going to find its way to you. Remember that old saying, birds of a feather flock together. That's why the ducks don't fly with the geese. It's that simple. Because they're not geese. They're ducks. Now, they fly similar ways, but they don't fly together, right? And this is huge. So think about this. What in your world right now, what in your world can you look around the room and what you've got? What in the world that you created do you not like? Do you not want any more of? Right? So you can identify it. Take a quick moment and say, okay, let's identify that thing. Maybe it's a bunch of things. Now, you might have to dig a little, and it might hurt a little, because as you do it, you might have to actually say to yourself, yeah, I did this. Yeah, I made this happen. That hurts. Sometimes that causes its own set of pain. And so because it causes a little bit of pain, we go, no, I don't want to do that. No, thanks. And I can equate it to something simple. If you've worked out before, whether you're, like I said, 8 years old and you go to dance class and they make you do your sit-ups and your push-ups, or whether you're 60 years old and you're trying to convince yourself to go to the gym again because once upon a time when you were in college, you used to do that every day and you felt good. But then you stopped, and then you found all the reasons why going to the gym sucks. You got to get a special pair of shoes. You got to plan for it the night before and pack your bag. You got to have a bag. You might have to take a shower, and I hate taking a shower at the gym. That sucks. Right. And then, oh yeah, I've got to have soap and shampoo, and I don't want to go smelly to work. So I guess I got to take my cologne, but I don't want to take the cologne I have in my room. I want to take its own cologne. So that means I have to go to the store and buy a new set of cologne. So I have two, and then I'd have to have two soaps. So I'm going to have to spend some money. And well, then I'm going to need some good looking clothes because I can't go to the gym and look like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to not fit in and be a noob. And so, yeah, so I've got to go do all of that. And then I've got to get a gym membership, and I don't really want to pay for a gym membership. Guys, they're cheap now. But, I don't want to do that. That's extra money. And I'm just going to do it so that I can go and be in pain, and it hurts. And then my muscles are going to hurt. And then it's going to kind of hurt my mind, because my mind's going to have to fight the battle of trying to decide whether it hurts or whether it doesn't hurt. Yeah. Do you see what you do? We all do it. We all do it. We do it all the time, but we do it with all sorts of things besides going to the gym. All right. Well, while I coach dance and I work with some of my dancers, sometimes I have to ask them. In fact, I did recently. I asked one of my boys, hey, I need you to slim down. And this is not me attacking you personally, and this is not me attacking your soul, but you've gotten a little bit too chunky around the edges here. Yeah. And so you're a dancer. You put your looks out on display, and that's part of what we get judged on. And I'm sorry, but that's your choice. You've chosen to do it. And so I need you to slim down. So we talked about it, and we talked about what was reasonable. And I asked him to lose about 10 pounds. And he felt like that was reasonable. I asked him if he felt like that was something he felt was important based off of what he sees and what he's competing against. You see, if you're a sumo wrestler, your coach may come to you and go, you know what? I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to gain about 200 pounds because you're going to get crushed by the other sumos. I don't know if that's the legitimate term for it, but we'll go with sumos for now. And here's the thing. That's what they have to do. I'm sorry. If you don't weigh a lot, you're going to have a rough time being a sumo wrestler. All right. If you're a dancer, some people go, well, I don't need to be, super thin. And I go, well, you don't need to be anorexic. You don't need to look like you're, fragile and your bones are going to break. No, that's not necessary. But you do need a muscular structure and a physique that can allow you to move at the speeds necessary to be a fabulous dancer. And so that's important. Plus, you got to look like the other dancers. So if you're looking a little chunky here as that boy, we talked about it. We said, hey, you want to look slim. Can you do this? He said, yes, I think I can do it. I said, do you think this is important? He said, yes, I think this is important. I said, great. Can you change your world? He goes, I'm going to try. I said, let me help you. Because that's what I do. I'm a coach. And so we'll see. He'll try and we'll see. Let's see how he does. And if he stumbles along the way, that's why you have a coach and a mentor, right? To help you gain that ability to move forward, because sometimes it's just hard. Sometimes it hurts, but that's why we have mentors. That's why we have coaches. You see, you have a lot of tools available to you. Your body is an amazing tool. It's literally the most amazing tool on this planet. We built computers in the likeness of our bodies and minds. We built cars to do something in a more efficient and faster way than our bodies could do it. But we've also built robots that can do those things too. But those robots can only do the things that they are programmed to do by who? Us. So start to realize that you have a ridiculous piece of equipment that you walk around in every day. And you have programmed since you were born the systems that your body runs. That's called our autonomic systems. We call that our subconscious, otherwise known as your body. It's awesome, right? You got an incredible body, and it runs literally thousands and thousands of systems every day. I think psychologists say that you have like over 65,000 thoughts. They measured it through brain waves and blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Go do your research. You can go look it up on the internet and see if it's correct or not. But we get the point. You know it. I can tell you about your blinking. All of my clients hate when I start talking about blinking, right? Because if I talk about your blinking, you're thinking, should I blink more? Should I blink less? Should I blink at all? Wait, he didn't say not to blink. He didn't tell me what to do with my blinking. Stop thinking about your blinking. Yeah, well, that's tough, right? If I say stop thinking about your blinking, in order to stop thinking about your blinking, you got to think about your blinking. I'm sorry. I do it. It's annoying. It's a thing. I told the student I had a couple days ago, I was like, hey, if you need me to, because you're having a hard time getting out of that state, I can remind you about your blinking every 5 or 10 minutes, because we have these cool scheduling things on our phones, and I can just schedule it in for like every 3 minutes, and I can remind you about your blinking. Gosh, if I did that, you would go crazy. You would go absolutely insane if I told you to think about your blinking 24/7, wouldn't you? Yeah. So let's take a look at the world you created. What are you thinking about? What's the language that you're using? And it starts in your conscious mind. That's your language. That's how you talk to yourself. There was a time and period in our human evolution where people said, oh, if you talk to yourself, you're crazy. I always think, gosh, if you don't talk to yourself, you're dead, right? You're dead. Like, why would you not be conversing with yourself? See, people get the wrong idea. And I love the idea of meditation and all that stuff. But I think sometimes people get the idea that meditation is to stop thinking. No, you hear the words clear your mind. What they're trying to get you to do is focus in on a thing. Focus your thoughts. And if you can focus, then all of a sudden you can direct your body, this machine that you've built accidentally, which created this world around you that you created accidentally, right? But wouldn't it be cool if you could create that? If you could do it? Well, you can. You can. It starts by learning the skills. You've got to learn the skills. You've got to understand your tool better. And you know what? If you want to get big, huge muscles, you now know you can go to the gym and you can get big, huge muscles. And even some of those people do it to a fault, to the point where they hurt and injure themselves because they're trying to get so big, right? So even that can be done at a fault. But you can learn how to do just about anything. And so if I say, hey, you can do your emotions, I know that could sound strange to people, but you know what? I'm going to keep saying it. You can do your emotions. And if you can do your emotions, then you can decide how you want to feel. I know, blasphemy, right? I have parents of young people that I've taught in the past that have a cow about that. You can do your emotions. If you're waiting for the world to do your emotions for you, I feel really, really sad for you. And that's okay. But I can help you. I can show you how, and you can learn how. And there is not, you don't ever need to lose hope. There's never, oh, this is the wrong time to know. No, now is the time to step up and start to learn. And you can learn it little bits at a time, one emotion at a time. And so you start here at the core where your emotions are, because that's where you decide you want to feel something. And if you want to feel that, then you can say, okay, I'm going to feel this way. Great. Now we're going to use it for this. Now we're going to create the choreography of our life. And then we're going to start to manifest the things that we want in our life to show up in our life. And it starts at the core. The core is your emotions. And some of you maybe do really amazing things with your emotions. Some of you have some that you're totally addicted to. We'll talk about that in another podcast. All right. But some of you do your emotions really well. And so you found success using that emotion in that situation really well. And almost all of us, we're all guilty. I don't care how amazing you are. We are all guilty, right? Of having some emotions that are kicking our trash. I don't know which ones are yours, but I bet you anything, in fact, I guarantee it, that the emotions that are kicking your trash are the ones that are creating the things in your world you don't like. So it's time. It's time to figure out some of those emotions. It's time to start to learn how to manage and control and execute them better. Right? And it's time. This is what we've got to do. Be a creator of your world. It's time to be a creator of your world and stop letting the world create yours. If you like this podcast and you know somebody that this will change their life for, or at least get them going in the right direction, please share it with them. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that little cute notification bell so that you hear about more of our podcasts when they come out. And in case you didn't know, go pick up a copy of my new book, everyminutebook.com. It's free. Go check it out. Anyway, we'll see you on the next podcast. Take care. Bye-bye. Happiness is a choice. Sadness is a choice. All emotions are a choice. Sometimes doing our emotions doesn't seem like it's our choice, but it is. You have control. You are the captain of your ship, and you must learn how to be the best captain you can be. Let me show you how. Pick up your free copy of my new book, Every Minute, at everyminutebook.com.